We finally won a game. The last game we won was against Sporting Lisbon. Oh my goodness gracious. So you guys can see the scoreline 1-0 right here. We won, but again, the overall performance is not the most desirable performance you could see. I would have loved us to get more than just one goal today, but unfortunately, we only got one. But at the end of the day, what really matters is that we won the match and we get the 3 points and we're back on top. Even though if Manchester City win, whatever whatever win they get on the next match, they're gonna be going back to the top because of goal difference, which is why I really hope we had at least scored 2 or 3 goals today. But I'm gonna be honest, we were a little bit wasteful when it comes to our chances that we created because what comes to my mind is that run that Declan Rice was making into the box with the ball, and then instead of shooting it, he wanted to take extra touches. He wanted to cut inside or something. I was like, why do we do that? Like once you're in the box, the first thing to do is to get a shot off. All these extra touches, extra passing, which is the other thing that annoyed me this match. Every time we get inside the box, instead of trying to shoot, we're doing extra passes, especially when you're trying to be fancy inside the box. That thing just irritates me so much. Another thing that irritates me, I've been saying this whole season, I've been saying it on my lives on TikTok. Shout out to that. Every time we get the ball to the near the corner flags, to the wingers, they dribble close enough to the box, and then instead of crossing the ball, instead of us getting 2, 3 players inside the box to try, and score, we keep going backwards. Like once the wingers are all the way up top in the final third, they keep passing the ball backwards. Almost like a lot of time I'm seeing Saliba all the way up there trying to cross the ball. And he usually most of the time doesn't cross it because he's just looking for short passes. He's just trying to help out the attackers actually go forward. But the forwards, for some damn reason, every time they get to the byline, right? They don't wanna cross it. And I know, like, most of the time, I don't know how we're set up, but I've noticed, like, we don't usually have more than perhaps maximum of 2 players inside the box, which I'm guessing is why we don't cross the ball, but I'm like, technically speaking, like, you need to get 3, 4 players inside the box whenever our wingers have the ball, because most of the time, I've noticed we're trying to beat the wingers by going to the byline or cutting inside. When you cut inside, they know you're trying to shoot because they know you're not crossing, so they know you're trying to shoot, so it's predictable. And then when you run to the wings, you, like most of the time, like it feels like our attacking players that are running into the box, they can never get to the ball for a cutback. Most of the time, like that just doesn't happen. So I don't know what do we do with that as far as when the wingers get the ball. Like we're trying to do the 1v1, and a lot of the time our players, our wingers get double teamed. A lot of the times, I'm not so sure, but today I don't think we were really getting double teamed that much today, as far as the wingers are concerned. But I just want us to change our play. I want us to change our play and just like, how do you say, when we get to the byline, right? Because we have like opposite footed players. For example, like Sako Madueke, cut inside and cross straight away. Like, I'm really just tired of all this. They get to the byline and then they just pass it back. Like, that shit is just so annoying. Anyway, let me just move on from this topic real quick. So, today, for the most part, I will give the team credit for getting the win, obviously, because that's the important part. But shout out to Eze, who unfortunately got injured in the second half, which I got upset because he came out of the second half smiling and shit, and then unfortunately he ended up getting, I'm guessing it's a muscle injury, so hopefully it's nothing bad. But the goal that he scored, chef's kiss, man. That's the type of thing that we want to see from Eze Barry. Get on the edge of the box, shoot. As I was saying earlier, I don't know why when inside the box we don't want to shoot, or like we have hard time shooting in the box. I know it's more congested inside the box, but still. It was such a beautiful ball. The way we worked that goal from the corner. That was actually the third time we tried that really short free kick, but instead of going to Odegaard this time, we went inside the box to Havertz. So Havertz, thank God he did not shoot because that would have been blocked. Passes it back to Eze. Eze with a one-time finish. It was beautiful. That's what I want to see, but we need to do more of that. A lot more shooting. Like, I don't know why this team is afraid of shooting. But let me go through the lineup of the players. By the way, shout out to Kai Havertz with that assist. Thank you for that. Even though unfortunately you did also get injured in the first half, like after like 34 minutes, which is fucking unfortunate. But You did what you needed to do in that 34 minute. Got us a goal with assisting Eze. So thank you for that. Hopefully you come back healthy soon. Now let me go from the top, as you guys can see here, the player ratings. David Raya today. I don't think he did anything negative or bad. I think that rating that you guys see there is a deserved rating, is 7.9 rating. I hope you guys can see that because I feel like it's a little bit blurry, but I hope that you guys can see those ratings as well. Ben White, very quiet in my opinion. I don't think Ben White really did anything today. He did what he needed to do in defense. He didn't do anything crazy, I don't think. Well, at least I don't remember. Saliba, for the most part, I think he was playing well. For the most part, I just sometimes I really just don't like when he tries to dribble from the back and he's all the way inside the midfield. And I'm like, bro, if you lose the ball right here, like you only got Gabriel at the back. Sometimes I really hate when he does that. Personally speaking, I don't. But he got a 7.4 rating. Obviously, I'm not gonna really argue with the ratings that much because if something happened that I don't agree with, then I would say it. Gabriel 7.2, a lot better than the Manchester City performance, to be honest with you. The Manchester City performance, he was too focused on trying to get physical with Haaland. This game, a lot more chill. Not really too much to do this game, even though Newcastle was taking a lot of long range shots, but there wasn't really nothing he could have really done. To be honest, I didn't really see him doing too much today. But Hincapié, today I saw him. He works hard. He tracks back. Like I love the way he just gets aggressive in his tackles. It's beautiful. I love to see it. Zubimendi, um, to be honest. Oh, by the way, obviously you guys can see that man of the match was in Capia, which is good, but at the same time, your defender being your man of the match, I want my attackers to be more of the man of the match. Anyway, moving on to Zubimendi. Zubimendi, 7.8 rating. Um, to be honest with you, I didn't really see too much of him. He just did what he did, to be honest. Kept the ball moving. I don't think he did as much back passes as he usually does, so that's good. He was trying to move the ball a little bit more forward, a little bit more positive, so that's good. Declan Rice. They got my man at 6.7 rating. Okay, honestly, I don't think he did too much, and obviously he got that yellow card for protesting, fouling a Newcastle player or whatever it was. He did make a few fouls here and there, so obviously not his best performance today. And then we move on to Madueke. Fast guy, but he still has the same problem. Madueke, quick player, quick on his feet, but I think his feet are quicker than his brain because either he runs the ball out of play most games or he just runs into players. It's just I don't know if he's like has hard time like shifting his body when like there's a defender nearby or something like a cut inside and all that. I don't know. This Madueke has so much potential, but I just don't think that potential will ever be unlocked. To be honest, like in the final third, I wish we could just unlock a little bit more from Madueke. Odegaard. Not his worst game, not his best game, obviously. We know Odegaard can do a lot better at 7.5 rating. By the way, Madueke got a 6.4 rating, so that tells you he wasn't that good, and he played like 81 minutes. Odegaard played the full 90 minutes plus 7 that was added on. Decent performance, to be honest with you. Actually, let me check something on my phone over here. Yeah, decent performance from Odegaard, 7.5 rating. I don't really have too much to say. Sometimes I wish you can just, release the ball a little bit quicker, but it is what it is. Then we go on what we already said, what we need to say about Eze. But as far as the bench is concerned, four players came on. Saka actually is finally back, so I'm glad Saka finally is back. Think he was a little bit selfish on that one chance where he just came on and he tried to, score. I think they could have just laid it off to somebody there, but it is what it is. Lewis Skelly didn't really do anything when he came on, not really much. Martinelli again, he actually came on at the 53rd minute. And I don't really think he did anything really throughout the match, to be honest with you. He needs to improve his performance, in my opinion. And then Gyökeres came in on the 34th minute for Havertz, who was injured, as I said earlier. And again, for the most part, Gyökeres is pretty quiet for a guy who's that big. But obviously, in the second half, he did try his best to, help the team out, make runs in behind. And that foul from Nick Pope when he miskicked the ball or he misses the ball and then takes down Gyökeres, the ref says it's only a yellow card. I'm going to be honest with it. If we didn't get away with 3 points here, that would have been robbery, in my opinion, because maybe I need to reread the rule book. But as far as a goalkeeper, to me, even if there's a man covering, that man covering is a outfield player, meaning he cannot touch the ball with his hands. So meaning the chance of the covering player to actually, defend the goal is a lot slimmer than what do you call it? The actual goalkeeper being able to use his hands. So in my opinion, I thought it was a red card. Yes, it was a covering player. So obviously that's probably why he said it's only a yellow card. But if Gyökeres had gotten to that ball, if he wasn't brought down and he had one time shot it, would the covering player be able to get to that ball and clear off the line? Who knows? But I don't want to complain too much about that. Actually, there was actually another chance at the end of the counter attack where Arsenal had like four players on the attack versus one Newcastle player, and somehow Gyökeres did not manage to find those three players that were making a run, which is disappointing to me because we need the goals. We need the goals badly, and if I scored a second goal, that would have helped us in covering the goal difference. So hopefully Arteta gets into their mind and tells them, please, 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 we need goals because it's not just about winning right now. It's also about scoring as many goals as possible. And we need to do that because we haven't been scoring that many goals. Anyway, guys, this video is getting a little bit too long for me. So please like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Peace out.